script. We are doing improv. We are doing science fiction. This is Jump! Robert Tron, exalted king of Eurotron,
Oh,
is here.
no, forget it. This is ridiculous. Go do it again.
Marion, would you like to go on a date with me?
I would love to go out on a date with you.
Because guess what? I quit. I tell you what, Clint. You go ahead and appoint Robert to run Communitron. I've had it.
Okay, folks, I'm sorry I'm late. I've just got done with these engineering plans. I've been working all night on these things, and we've got an awful lot to cover here. But now, I'm going to talk to you about the engineering plans and the formulas that I've developed. I've laid out all the schematics and the formulas for energy conservation right here. It's really easy. We go over the lighting plan and how we can save power on the lighting plan. Okay, try to follow with me. Follow with me, guys, please. Follow with me, all right?
That meeting this morning was just, woo, boy, I never thought we could top ourselves, but I think we did today. Robert just was so frantic and was talking about the engineering plans for energy conservation. It's not that hard. You turn off the lights when you leave the room.
A, B squared function of delta V over n squared. It's very easy. Did everybody understand it now? Shouldn't be any kind of a problem. I worked so hard to get those engineering plans, to get the formulas right and to get them up there so I could explain it to the board, and they just don't understand. I don't know whether, it was like talking to stones.
Well, Robert was talking about this engineering stuff for the pump station stuff and electrical stuff. And that's about all I got out. I thought he was speaking a foreign language. I have an Etch-a-Sketch in my office. I was trying to draw that stuff in my Etch-a-Sketch, but then it kind of got shaken and erased it. So
Here they directly come in here to. Excuse me. Can't hear yourself think with that drill going off, sir. I still got a headache from that drill, I tell you. Everything fell apart. Everything fell apart. I've got no cooperation from the board. It's like I've totally lost control of them. I don't know what to do. Maybe I may have to talk to Ray or something. I don't know, Now, here are blueprints. Now, these blueprints are as easy as pies to read. It's a direct transference, as I said before many times, from the formulas to the table, to these graphics here. It's real easy to understand. A little kid can understand it.
With Robert, man, he's just yelling at me, keep hitting me, waking me up, trying to do everything to get me to learn this engineering numbers and stuff. I don't like none of that book learning stuff. No, I want Ray back.
We've been at this for about a year. I'm getting tired of it. Is this some kind of a plot against me? You don't like me as CEO, misunderstand my formulas, misunderstand all the work that I've done, trying to get this company up on a good engineered scale, and nothing seems to be working because you don't want to cooperate. Well, I've had it.
Gosh, what was that all about? Do you even know what this is all supposed to be? Energy conservation?
I don't know. I like him pretty good, but I think he's getting a little stressed out there. He gets wound up pretty good there. He got pretty excited there in there. It kind of scared me. I thought he was going to turn into Ray.
You know what?
I have no idea.
I think I know what's wrong.
What? What's wrong?
This is actually not turned on. That's why it's not working. Actually, the power was off. That was my fault. But it got a whooping. It finally works.
Oh,
Hi.
darling, good to see you.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
Yeah,
oh, gosh. How are you?
Sit down, sit down.
Oh, God, it's just been crazy at the office. Robert really wants to talk to you, actually. Would you at all consider, spending some time with him? He really wants to talk to you.
Marion, that life is a year behind me. Ever since I quit Communitron, I don't have any interest in going back. My life is great now. Ever since I left Communitron a year ago, I've been a happy man. I have love in my life with Marion. I have an organic garden. I volunteer for the city of Ventura. Life is good, and I am a happy man. I have no hard feelings against Robert, but that was a whole nother life. I am just loving life now.
Yeah.
I planted my tomatoes yesterday.
Oh, you
I spread
did?
the mulch.
Right.
Oh, let me tell you, the City of Ventura volunteer program, it's the best. It's called Volunteers for Ventura. You got to check out their website, volunteersforventura.org.
Okay, I'll write that down.
And
Volunteers for
Ventura.org.
Okay.
It's added a lot of meaning. I'm working part-time at the recycling center, but have a full, rich life from volunteering.
Yeah.
I really feel like I'm part of this community. With the City of Ventura volunteer program, I can help out with environmental programs. I can help out at the special events the city has. And one of my favorites, I'm a regular volunteer for the city's Partner in Progress program. And what that is, once a week, I get together with a lot of other friends and we go and clean up the beach.
I remember one time we were talking on the phone and you said that you were collecting things like batteries and fluorescent tubes from your neighbors and bringing them to the hazardous waste events that are like monthly now or something?
I go in my neighborhood and I pick up from some of my neighbors, I pick up their batteries and fluorescent lights because you know what? And I take them to the monthly City of Ventura hazardous waste event, which is free to residents. Well, it's interesting. Mary and I have a totally different life. She's still in the fast-track corporate world that I used to be in. I'm not in it anymore. Life is great. Most people do not realize that when you throw batteries and fluorescent lights into the trash, it's actually illegal.
Right.
And it's for good reason. When those types of waste get into our trash, that goes directly to the landfill, and it causes problems. It causes pollution in the landfill.
Actually illegal now,
Yeah.
You're saying, to put those batteries, just regular household batteries, like a double A or wow.
It's illegal to throw it in the trash and
Wow.
fluorescent lights.
Well, that's great.
Oh, here comes our salad right now.
Oh, great.
Oh, you're gonna love this. Oh, thank you. We've been waiting for this.
Thank you so much.
The Sidecar restaurant here, they get most of their vegetables, they buy them locally. That's why one of the reasons I chose to meet you here for our date today. They use a lot of organic vegetables and fruits. In fact, these very strawberries right here, these are organic strawberries from McGrath Farms.
I'll be back.
Yeah, and then the salad materials come from the farmer's market.
That is so great.
Yeah, on Saturdays.
Oh, downtown.
Yeah,
that is so
the Sidecar
awesome.
actually.
This restaurant is incredible. I have never been here before, and I love the fact that it used to be an old part of a train, and now it's made into a restaurant.
Every year they select one or two businesses to specially honor for their environmental excellence.
Wow.
And the Sidecar restaurant received that honor a couple of years ago.
Oh my! I guess they're very environmentally responsible.
Well, the City of Ventura Environmental Services came out and helped set them up with a free recycling program.
I can believe that.
In a few minutes, I'll take you out and show you their compost site.
They actually compost here?
Yeah.
At the restaurant?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
They compost right on site. They have a compost bin, and they also grow some of their own vegetables without chemicals.
Wow.
And they learn, what a lot of people don't realize too. The City of Ventura provides free compost workshops on how to compost.
Right.
So it's so easy to do. Sidecar does it. Let me take you out and show you the garden they have where they compost some of this, and we'll come back and finish this.
Okay, I'll leave my stuff here so no one thinks we're just walking away.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's
Come on
go
out.
look at it.
Check this out. The Sidecar has their own compost bin out
This is
here.
great.
Yeah,
Look at
they
this.
throw a lot of their food scraps in here
Oh my
and old
gosh.
vegetables and things like this. And check out this fine
Wow.
material, this finished compost material.
Right.
But what's great about the Sidecar is they take this compost and they spread it around in this organic garden they have. And like, for example, they have right here Swiss chard.
Yes.
Isn't this beautiful stuff?
Oh, it looks
Grown
so
with
healthy.
the richest compost around.
Excellent. Garden is great. There's so much, just the fact that there's a garden behind a restaurant and they're actually using some of the items they grow in the restaurant itself. And I understand they don't use any pesticides or anything like that, so it's an organic garden. You know what? Robert would really, really like to see you. He just keeps talking about how he wants to talk with you just very briefly, but it would just really be great if you could just see him for just a few minutes.
Marion really wanted me to see Robert, and I'm crazy about Marion, and if I'll do it for Marion. I mean, it's no big deal. I'm gardening tomorrow in my garden at home. He's welcome to come over tomorrow morning sometime, all right? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah? How are you? How are you?
Well, I was just meditating a little bit before I started
How are
my
you?
gardening, and
Wow, did I go back in a time machine or something? I'm back in the 60s. I got things I got to talk about when, Commutron was in a crisis, and here's Ray just kind of, off in La La Land, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. We have real bad problems at Commutron. We've got financial problems. We've got personnel problems, just everything. The whole company's just going completely insane. I mean, you got to take a look at this financial statement. I mean, it's out of control, and I need your help on this, Ray. Please, it's just not working out. Come on, take a look. Yeah.
no, Robert, I hate.
Wait, no,
No, Robert, calm down.
no,
man.
Ray. I need help. The company's falling apart.
Robert, I can see the negative energy just falling off of you like a bad aura. Robert, let me try something. Well, just bear with me a minute. Maybe we can talk about this in a few minutes, all right?
What's that?
All you need to do is just breathe deeply and forget about the office just for a few minutes, all right? Because you're in a beautiful organic garden now. You're not in the office. When Robert started telling me about all the problems in Communitron, I know I've been there, but I'm not there anymore. I'm enjoying life so much. Sure, I don't have a lot of money, but I'll tell you what, I'm living in harmony with life. Oops, I got it.
Wait, no. That's our financial report. That's the only copy we got. Don't burn it.
Watch out, Robert. I think I got a burning ember.
You've almost, you
burn
no, get it.
Hey, you know what, man? I got something I want to show you that's really cool. Just bear with me,
We
man.
really need to talk about the company. Come on, Ray.
Oh, I know, but this is better than the company. It's a whole new world I've discovered, Robert. They call it IPM, Integrated Pest
so
Management.
you're with another company now?
No. This is what I do in my yard. I learned that the City of Ventura Parks Division has an IPM program, which stands for Integrated Pest Management. The whole concept is that you live in harmony with the ecosystems, your landscaped areas, your backyard, your yards. You don't just go in there and hammer it with a bunch of pesticides and herbicides. You figure out ways to let your predator populations build up. It's a whole new world I've learned. It's about controlling insects and without using harsh chemicals. My whole garden here is organic. Let me show you something, all right?
All right,
Just
okay.
bear with me.
All right.
Come here. I want to show you something.
All right.
Now, this is a broccoli plant I planted during the winter. It's completely past its prime. It's pretty much gone to ruin and rot here, but I leave it in, Robert, and you see how it's covered with aphids?
I don't know. I'm not a gardener.
So let me tell you why I keep these aphids in my garden.
All right.
That's because with these aphids, what eats aphids is predators. There's beetles and bugs that eat these aphids, and by allowing a little reservoir of aphids to exist on these old plants that I really don't want anyway, I allow the predators to build up in my garden. So I don't have to use chemicals to kill off the other aphids on the plants that I don't want to attack by aphids.
I suddenly realized he's doing biological engineering for his garden. He's biologically engineering his garden using everything natural, not anything artificial or high tech or anything like that. And I started getting interested in that. It was just a new way to apply engineering principles.
Yeah, building
What's
energy.
that? What's that with that feather you
Well,
doing?
come here. I want to show you something else. Come here. This is mulch. These are tomato plants I just planted recently. These are leaves I raked out of the drain, the storm drain, the gutter, and I spread them around here so I
We used to
prevent.
burn them when we were kids. That was fun in the fall, burning leaves.
Well, you can't burn things like this anymore. What you do is you spread them out and you use them to keep in the water so this plant stays healthy.
That plant that was growing in that mulching area looked really good. It's the best looking plant I've ever seen. And I think that started really opening up dialogue between us, where we suddenly realized that, we've got more in common than I think we do,
The reason I wanted you to come today, one of the reasons I wanted you to come is I really want to apologize for all the times a year or 2 years ago when I used to argue with you about engineering. And
I've apologized to you, Ray, because I was jumping on you all the time, and I was really blinded just, by my whole engineering thing and the formulas and the planning and the data analysis and the matrices and stuff.
I want to show you something about to change my whole idea about
Okay.
engineering.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
This was a life-changing experience.
Okay.
This is a rainwater collection system that I installed shortly after I left Communitron, and this actually harvests rainwater off my roof. I collect it in these downspouts, and it runs into these barrels here. These barrels, they fill up with rainwater, and these are sealed so mosquitoes can't get into them. And I could actually use this water up to 6 months or even a year later, and I use it for watering my lawn. It means I use less water from the city tap water system. It conserves water, and also it reduces my stormwater runoff. Now here's the part about
Did a little good rigging up there. That's not too bad. Looks well engineered for what he's got. He used what he had and put together a good system. He explained that he had problems in the beginning because he had all the stuff located wrong and he was blocking off his garage, and I sort of started smiling and laughing. I said, oh, I guess you need an engineering study, right, Ray?
I ended up getting these barrels filled with water, and I found they were blocking my passages. I was tripping over them.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other problem is I didn't do any engineer planning on the upper part where it connected, and one of my drown spouts actually collapsed because I didn't do the right kind
That's
of
not
fixture.
good. That's expensive.
Engineering and planning has to be part of a sustainable program, whether it's harvesting rainwater or if it's recycling or stormwater pollution.
Action
They
and
go
engineering
together.
have to stick together.
You know, if I ever did go back to Communitron, which I'm not going to, I think Robert and I would actually make a real good team.
Ray, let me ask you, would you come back and be CEO of Communitron?
Well, Robert, I'm flattered that you asked me to come back to Communitron, but I have a whole new, I know I don't make a lot of money anymore, but I have a whole new life.
We're doing a leadership team building exercise. We're trying to work this thing together, trying to get folks talking to each other again at Communitron. Will you at least attend that?
How's this? Marion tells me that in a couple weeks that you got Communitron and Eurotrex are helping to sponsor production costs
Right.
to film the recycling ferry.
Right.
I
She
would,
really made it big. They really like her.
that's what I
Really
heard,
like
and
her.
I would love to come and volunteer my time to help you make that production.
This has worked out good, and Ray is coming in a couple of weeks, and it's given us a second chance to work things out, and I'm very happy about that. And I'm going to have to think about something, what we're going to do in a couple of weeks. I'll have to give this some serious thought.
I figure because I was so stressed and I wasn't living in harmony with her, I missed a great opportunity to establish a friendship with you. And
Now I have a much
You're a good
better
man, Robert.
appreciation,
You're a good
friend.
man.
I have a much better appreciation.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Okay, a
to
couple
film
of weeks for the
recycling ferry.
recycling fair.
I'm looking forward to
All
it.
right.
We'll see you later, Robert. I gotta
Okay.
get back to my gardening. Good having you. Good seeing you,
Okay.
partner. And Robert invited me to come and help them make the recycling ferry video, and so I walked in, and nobody was there. I didn't know what was up. Maybe I was too early or something. Robert! What the heck's going on? I thought you guys were doing the recycling ferry. Marion, where?
Good to see you here.
Yeah,
Listen.
I thought you guys were filming the recycle ferry.
We took a look at this old script, and
What old
we really
script?
liked
What
it. The
old
High
script?
Plains Recycling script. We really liked it. This is a good show. This is a really good show, and so we decided that we're going to do the Western. We're going to do the High Plains Recycler.
Robert pulled out the old script of the High Plains Recycler, the one I wrote a year ago. They want to make the High Plains Recycler. I was touched. I mean, I was really moved. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys are gonna?
it's a darn
Yeah,
good
it's,
script.
we loved it. We reread it, and we took it out of the recycling bin first. Reread it and thought, you know what? This is perfect.
But I don't have my old West outfit
Not a
anymore.
problem.
The
Clark.
day,
He was really upset that day, and he just, threw the thing down and stalked off. So we looked around and found it. It was just somebody had just buried it in the props. It was pretty dirty, some tears and things, but we got it taken care of with the cleaners, and so it was looking good. There you go. And you're the hero. You're the hero.
So hip hip hooray!
Yay!
Hip hip
you guys, I can't believe. I'll tell you what.
Recycler.
After we make the film, I'm gonna come to your team building activity. And
All right. Good. Good.
All right.
Good.
Okay. Let's make a Western.
All right. Oh, cowboy. Woo! Well, Ray, we're sure glad to have you back. We missed you. We missed you.
Well, I tell you, man, it feels really odd being in the old conference room here. We had quite a scene.
Oh, look, there's our team building guy.
Wait, man, he's a director. He's a team builder guy too.
Wait a minute. Let you know that I did go to a reputable university.
Harvard University.
That's Harvard in Mexico.
When the guy walked in, it was a team building, and he was the former director I just had to laugh. I mean, okay, so he can direct movies and he can do team building. I mean, what else can he do? Juggle and dance? I guess whatever you pay him, he'll do it.
Well, what they do is an intensive study program. They cram about 6 years of study into 4 consecutive weekends. And at the end of that time, you're qualified for whatever. I mean, it sounds, but you'd be surprised how much of education is just fluff, stuff you don't need. They get right to the basics. I'm here, the company asked me to come here to get you guys to try to work together. We don't want to return an episode of what we had last time, when you were diving across the table like Batman and attacking Robert.
I was a different guy then. That was before I found organic gardening and recycle. I'm chilled now, man.
So you went away to find yourself.
Folks, I probably need to start this session here.
Oh yeah, that's right, man.
That's right.
Let's get going on it.
But you know, it's your dime. I'm getting paid by the hour. This is the earth. I want you to squeeze the earth and feel the earth and think about it. Here you go, right?
That didn't sound.
See, Matt's bouncing about. You see what I mean? The way you treat that earth in your hands is the way you treat Mother Earth every day.
Yeah.
We love you.
Mother Earth.
See,
yeah.
who's the good earth? Yeah, I noticed that. I think it was Rick was kissing on the earth and eating on the earth, and that's weird because he don't know where the earth been. I'm kind of worried about Rick. I'm gonna make sure he gets a couple of shots so he doesn't get sick. Take this, here.
We're gonna hang ourselves at these?
No, we're not gonna.
What does it say on it? It says that you can call them at 652-4525. Wow.
Now the shoelace exercise is something I thought of as I drove over today. I thought, what would tie us all together? We all wear shoes. And some of us have laces. I don't have laces in these boots. We're all connected. You see how we're connected? Because we're with Mother Earth.
Okay.
When you pull one way, everyone has to go that way. You see how that works?
Ours keeps breaking.
Hey, I'm getting this.
Oh, this is teamwork. I get it, man.
You guys should like this.
I think I got a pair of shoes that fit
These 100%, I think these are soy crayons. Now, I want you to sketch.
Oh wait, I gotta get some. Hey, how about I grab one of these engineer plans off the wall?
When Ray pulled that blueprint off the wall, it was like a knife going through my heart. All that work, that was my baby, my child, and now he was tearing it off the wall and ripping it up like it was worth nothing. Oh, you at least recycle it!
There's something about an energy conservation plan.
Here, Robert.
Robert, what's the matter?
You can blow your nose on this.
I'm having fun.
Take as much time as you need. Robert, we'll start with you since you put your crayon down first.
Using set theory, Tn equals Tn is a
I knew
function
the formula.
of people and the distance between them plus nv minus xa to the square. Now that generates a graph which shows that as the people function goes up, the teamwork function
could've
goes
got
up,
it.
and pretty soon we have a happy face there that kind of looks like me.
Teamwork is all about building a team of bugs in your garden, like good bugs and bad bugs. Like in my garden, I plant certain types of plants that attract beneficial insects in my yard, so it's organic. That's good teamwork. Yeah, man. Look at that. You put these two together,
Yeah.
you have perfection. Huh?
You see what I mean? The walls are already coming down. We're starting
We're
to
talking
think
to
as
each
a
other.
team. There you go.
The art activity I really liked that. It was neat to see different people's inner psyches coming out.
I got it sound to be a real team building activity for you guys.
Okay, what's that?
Okay, the last year I've been a volunteer for the City of Ventura Partners in Progress program. That's where we get together with a bunch of people, we go down on the beach, we work together to pick up a litter. I invite all of you to come with me tomorrow morning on a Saturday, 9 a.m., and we will go do a beach cleanup. And I'll tell you what, that'll be better team building than any. That's crazy. All right. Okay, everybody, it's work time. The City of Ventura Partners in Progress provides us with these great little tong things. To work them, you just squeeze here, and this is what happens at the other end. All right? So you don't touch the litter with your trash, and this is the bag for trash. The blue bag is for recyclable materials. So let's have fun.
All right.
Here's a good spot right here to start.
Okay.
Right, Robert?
Okay.
And we all
yeah,
know
that's good.
styrofoam is not recyclable.
Yeah, no.
Styrofoam.
Recyclable.
Hey, Robert.
For World War II.
Pretty good, man.
used to
You're
do
really
that.
the right one.
Recycle?
No, that's trash.
Trash.
Definitely those kind of plastics. No way.
Right, Bob, recycle.
Right.
Oh, recycle, definitely.
Yay! Recycle,
Why don't you just do your thing? You know something, Robert?
What's that, Ray?
You know, it's been great working with you today, and
Me
you know,
too.
You know something? I think I'd really like to give a shot at being coming back to work with you at Communitron.
No
I mean,
kidding, you
we'll
would?
We'll just give it a try, and we'll see how it works out. And I think you and I can make a great team. I think
Man.
you know, you doing the engineering, me doing the implementation. I think we can do it.
Yeah,
we can
no.
make our program even better. What do you say, man? Come here,
That is so
Robert.
great, man.
Congratulations,
That is so great.
partner. I'm looking
Hey.
forward to working with you, buddy.
Me too,
All right.
man. Me
Let's
too.
take
We're gonna be a
Communitron to the
team.
next height.
We're gonna be a team. We're gonna be a team.
All right, well,
Yeah.
let's get back to work.
Okay,
we got
let's
a
go
lot
back
to
to
do.
work. We got some recycling to do. Teamwork. One for all for one. Yeah.
It's great to be back again with Communitron. Robert and I are a team now.
Great.
You know, and I am just thrilled to have a special guest today at our meeting, Vicki from the City of Ventura Environmental Services Office.
The City of Ventura would like to give Communitron a very special award.
Oh.
The city would like to give Communitron our Environmental Excellence Award.
You know, when Vicki announced that we won the Environmental Excellence Award, I think it was the happiest day of my life. All the effort, all the work that we've put into establishing a recycling program, a stormwater pollution prevention program, were recognized by the City of Ventura, and it's just a great feeling to be honored for all our achievements.
All right.
When we started this recycling program 2.5 years ago,
Oh,
we
boy.
had nothing. We had no recycling, and we have progressed so far now to just helping out the community-wide effort to reduce waste, reduce
Yeah.
pollution, and help the environment. And
Excellent.
Vicki, it was just wonderful having you come here and look at us at our program, and you know, award us this wonderful award. So thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you for what you do for this community.
How's that for Yes.
As it always does, it takes a team of people to make any project or program or company special. So I'd like to give these special awards to the people of Communitron. What a pleasure it was to present an award to a company like Communitron. What a wonderful company that deals with stormwater issues, energy issues, recycling issues. First, Robert.
I was so impressed by the award ceremony, being there and being rewarded for the amount of work that we did. It's good to see good work being recognized.
To Ray.
Because I love the touch. They honored us with recycled materials for the awards. It was a crowning moment of my entire life.
Marion. Her enthusiasm for the environment is contagious, and we appreciate all her work.
The award ceremony was such an honor. It was so great. And Emma, the eco dog, has been such a trooper. And it's just been so fun to have her as part of the team now. And it was just great. She's just such a love. And say hi. Say hi.
Yeah. And Rick.
You know, when I first started here, I thought a lot of these things were dumb ideas, you know, but wow, I really learned. I mean, they recycle everything.
This company, with all these different pieces and parts, has made a difference in our community.
I'll make a quick speech to add on to Vicki's wonderful comments, and that is, I would encourage any company out there who would like to set up a recycling program, a stormwater pollution prevention program, energy conservation program, any environmental program, call the City of Ventura Environmental Services Office at 652-4525. They have a wonderful staff. That's who helped make Communitron an award-winning program. We couldn't have done it without the city. We did it! Yay! All right! Congratulations, partner!